Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwame Sha'ala, Kuhaloyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and wanted to just touch on this this case with this young Jake down in Jacksonville, Florida. And, you know, all the South it's just all of America. I don't give a fuck what state it is. It's all racist as hell. Some of them are a little more straightforward about it than others, but this is a video with I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's been ongoing. Supposedly it's viral, you know, but I seen it yesterday, and I was watching a news conference on Fox News just now with Ben Crump. You know, he's gonna show up, you know, when it comes to that law shit. He's like that attorney when you get your ass whipped by a white police officer, so to speak. But they had the news conference just a little while ago on Fox News Live. You know, they, asking dumbass questions, you know what I'm saying? You know, definitely questions that they wouldn't ask a so-called white person. And when I seen the video yesterday, I actually seen what happened yesterday, and I didn't go into it. But what they done to the guy was definitely wrong. Because had this been a so-called young, so-called white man, same age as this young Jake right here, they wouldn't have done no shit like that, man. And then, but the thing of it is, you know, you got Jake, the pit bulls. Like this right here is the officer. If you can see right here at the top of the screen, he's like, I'm assuming one of the supervisors, so to speak, of that particular police station. And he's basically, you know, the shit that he was saying is just, it just shows you just Jake is really stomped out, man. Just puppets for the so-called white man. So the so-called white man gets to put his hands all on Jake and do what he want to do to Jake, and then you niggas is representing those so-called white men as if they done nothing wrong. Because when I watched the video, you know Jake can be, but this guy was pretty calm. He was definitely calm. Hell, he got punched in the damn. He caught a nice one too, which shows you how weak Esau is. Man, he socked the shit out of his ass, man. That shit didn't even faze Jake. You know, and he didn't respond. He didn't make a matter of fact, I want to show the video, but I don't want the video to be, tagged or whatever. But you can watch the video for yourself. But they broke the window because he was asking for a supervisor. Broke the window, and then this white police officer, man, he jawed him, man. He straight socked the shit out of him. But Jake wasn't even phased. It was like, it was a strong punch. I'm thinking like he would have knocked Jake out. Jake just kind of, I wish I could show it, man. But anyway, you can pull this up. All you got to do is put in, Jacksonville, man punched by, the officers or whatever. But Jake, though, and when you look at the video, too, it's a bunch of Jake officers that's surrounding this man. Esau is on top of him, banging his damn head on the concrete. Broke his damn tooth, jabbed his tooth through his fucking lips and shit. They got to get stitches and shit. He's, got supposedly concussion and all that good little stuff like that, But these are Jakes that are actually standing around watching the so-called white man whip on one of their brothers, man. And you, Jake, man, y'all going to pay for that type of stuff, man. You're going to seriously pay for that, man. Let me grab a quick script, though. Because and these Americans, man, they don't keep no damn law. They front like they do. But this scripture right here comes to mind right here. Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So these so-called black officers that were standing around and watching their brother get beat like that, they justify the wicked. And they condemn the just, because the dude was just asking for a supervisor. He was calm. I mean, us personally, You know, we run with the scriptures like how our apostles, you know, our teachers tell us to do. Now, this is just a carnal Jake. He's just doing what he think he really think he's an American. You know what I'm saying? And he don't realize that these people are his enemies. Salakia. Matthew 5:25. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Now this dude, he's gonna get a lot of money. He's gonna, if you know, depends on how long it takes for them to settle it out, because they're gonna have to pay something. The video is too evident that you know you broke all the fucking rules. You know, I get it. Okay, I don't even get that part though. But anyway, you break in the window. The dude is asking for a supervisor. As a police officer, you should just be doing just that. I need to see the supervisor. Call your supervisor and let that motorist sit there until the supervisor gets there and let him speak. That's the rights and so-called laws of America. But these guys, you know, they broke his window. After they broke his window, the officer just jawed his ass, man. He socked the shit out of his ass, man. Matter of fact, let me see, though. I may have to put, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's brutal. But, I mean, you know, this is Esau, man. Esau got that perpetual hatred. But my thing is, you know, Jake standing around, or, you know, initially the stop was by a Edomite officer. But when you look at this guy right here, let me play a little bit of this guy right here. You know, I would call him the PUSSY. Salakia, already know they're gonna do all that. So Salakia, y'all. Skip the damn ad.
Yes, sir.
I know that he was charged with resisting arrest without violence.
Yep.
But there was, when I go back and look at the other video, from the cell phone video,
Yeah.
I can understand the officer punching the window out. But what I don't understand is, and I know you said that this was not ruled criminal, sucker punching the guy in the jaw.
First of all, let me stop you. Not a sucker punch.
See, Jake. First of all, let me stop you. No, he sucker punched the shit out of that guy. Okay, you breaking the window to get him out of the car, which you would have never done that with a so-called white guy. You know, I'm talking about he went into complete attack mode immediately. As soon as that window broke and was shattered, he jawed that boy, man. Straight up. And here you go, you got Jake, a fucking police officer, standing here talking about, well, let me, and check out what he's going to say. Check out what he's going to say, because I remember this part from yesterday.
I'm not excusing that administratively. I'm going to say that to you one more time. I'm not excusing that administratively. There are things that we definitely need to look at. But the context of this video should tell you everything you need to know.
Well, again, I take it, it looks like for, again, I understand breaking the window, but they charged him with resisting arrest without violence. So I saw a lot of violence. I think the public saw a lot of violence against somebody that was not violent.
Well, first of all, Eric, don't try to talk the public into what they saw. They just saw the same videos you saw. So what we're doing, what I'm saying is that it is what it is. This is the information that I want to share with the public in context without a short clip. It's very important to do that because it provides a lot of information to the public.
And you brought up
it's important, let me finish. It's important for the people to know that you're not allowed to resist a police officer when he's doing his lawful duties. It's been dealt with several different times. You don't resist when you're doing your lawful duties. You don't deserve to get violated, but you deserve to get what's necessary to get you under control and get you and take you into custody.
Sheriff,
So I'll leave there. I'll go with. Go ahead.
One of the
Jake.
discrepancies people were seeing between the police report and what we saw in the video, and even what we saw in that video, was the allegation that McNeil had reached down for the knife. That was in the police report. But
Where'd you see? What police report did you see that in?
In the arrest report for McNeil, that was stated that the officer saw him, reach for the knife that was on the floorboard. The video that was posted to social media, and even in there, I couldn't see any clear indication of that. I mean, do you see that when you're watching this?
No,
this
actually,
video?
I don't see where his hands are. I can't assume, Jake.
You see, this is Jake, man. So you got a lot of sellouts. We had them all throughout history. You know what I'm saying? Throughout all our captivities, you always had niggas like this, man. You had them in, going back to, the Maccabees, just throughout history. You always had that token Negro, and he's sitting here acting as if he hasn't seen this video. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna just play a little bit of it. I gotta just let me find a short. I don't want to play, nothing too super long. You got this guy rolling, breaks down the video. The shit that they done, they never would have done to a so-called white guy. Let's just put it that way. And this shows that we're under those curses. But we try and tell you, Jake, hey, be mindful, man. Just give the ID, give the insurance, give a, yes, sir. I don't know why they was questioning him about not having headlights on and broad damn daylight. Talking about because it was raining and it really wasn't raining. Because this is what it was about. That's how he got stopped. So we understand. We know that this was racial profiling. Ain't no doubt about that shit at all. It was racial profiling, man. He should have just went ahead and gave the guy the information that he wanted. And what he had is, he was recording, so and that video camera shit. Cause see, these officers, they'll turn off their body cam. But you have a right to have your phone going, man, in your car. You know what I'm saying? And I would advise, if you do get pulled over, record the encounter, man. It just is what it is. But us, our apostles and elders always tell us to comply, man. Just go ahead and give them your license, registration. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no license, registration, whatever, just go ahead and let them know that. They may tow the car because Esau is just that goddamn wicked. But if you comply, a lot of the times, they'll be like, well, hey, I tell you what, go ahead and go about your business. Here's your ticket. Your date is on this date. Go and handle what you have to handle. And if, you handle what you have to handle by the time of your court date, then all this will be dropped anyway. But, Jake, they see these videos of, somewhat I'm free and all this bullshit. And that shit don't work, man, because you're not free. You are a damn captive in these people's land, man. Which they stole, you know what I'm saying? But let me just play this. Let me see about this video right here. Because I don't want it, like I said, I don't want it them to get rid of the video type of deal. But let's see here.
And I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well.
We click on into it.
Look at your belly.
Would show up. Some nigga naked, man. Some cracker naked, man. Some naked ass cracker.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all. And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason?
Step out now.
See, and that's that violence against Jacob, man, from Esau. That's that real raw violence against Jacob, man. These people hate you. And you have to wake up and realize that, man. They hate your fucking guts. So you have to move about, with wisdom, man, when it comes to these people. Because this is their land that they stole. They're in power. And the Lord actually set them up. These are the bases of men that the Lord set up. But this is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Salakia, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And these Trump supporters, they got a real battery in their back. But you got the Jake, though, man. These Negro niggas, I can't even call them Negroes. These niggas that are on these law enforcement teams, and they're assisting their enemy to fuck up their own people, man. And the Lord gonna deal with them. These are your 2/3. A lot of these police officers, they are your 2/3, man. Now, let's get Romans 13. Because again, like I said, the apostles always tell us, you know what I'm saying, just agree with your adversary quickly. Hand them your driver's license. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be out here if you don't have none of those things. As a man or a woman that's in this truth, you should have all these things, you know, when you're out and about driving. You should have a driver's license. It should be valid. Registration should be valid. Car insurance should be valid. Everything that you need to be driving should be valid. So in case anything happened, you're at least on the road legally. Because if you're not, they gonna hammer your ass, man, if anything go down. Right? Romans 13:1. Matter of fact, it says submission to authority. Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. And we say Yahweh, that's the true name of the our Father. Our power in heaven. You know, people call him the Most High, all these different things. His name is Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one. And the true name of his son, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, if he was walking the earth today, he'd look like that guy in that car. He'd be a so-called Negro today. But his name is Yahweh Shai, which means that he's the savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. And he's not some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy, man. The Lord is not coming back to, he's coming back to take these people out of power because they're corrupt. They're wicked. He created them to be the wicked. Romans 13:2, it says, whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. So, but by law, right, this guy was following the laws of the land. You know, we're to follow the laws of the land. So when he was asking for a supervisor, he should have been able to get a supervisor because that's a law of the land. I should be able to speak to a supervisor. You know, the law of the land doesn't give a police officer the right to, okay, you done shattered the window, which was unnecessary. But, you know, of course, they're going to get your ass out of that car. So you, Jake, y'all need to cut that shit out because they have the power to kill you. But the law of the land, this, you know, that police officer violated a whole bunch of the laws of the land, especially by socking the guy in the face. He didn't have to do that. The guy was, matter of fact, it says that, what did the officer say? He said he was nonviolent. You actually admitting that the man was nonviolent, but, you know, your officer is committing violence against a nonviolent person. That's crazy. Anyway, Romans 13:3, it says, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. And see, the Lord is starting to, put a microscope on you Edomites, you so-called white people, even up, from Trump on down. This guy's all in the news, man. He got so much scandal going on. You think, like, how the fuck is this guy president? 34 count felon. You know, he done been caught paying off damn porn stars, Stormy Daniels. He done been caught, sexually assault. You know, he actually on TV or hot mic saying grab him out of pussy. You know, so and the scriptures talked about, how the way that the leader is, so are the people, man. You know, so these people the Lord set in place, which they're the wicked on the left hand side, but they're supposedly, because these people have you swear in on the Bible when you come to court and stuff like that, but they don't keep what's actually in the Bible. Because first off, you stole the land, you murdered a bunch of people, you kidnapped a bunch of people, and you still have those people within your hands. And this guy is one of those people. Because they when they kidnapped you so-called blacks, and brought you here, they ain't let your ass go. You still here 500 years or so later. So, let me see. I think it's Proverbs 29:12. Yeah, Esau, man, but he's being shown to be the wicked. That, you know, matter of fact, that's that 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, where it talks about how the man of sin, the son of perdition, will be revealed in the last days before the coming of the Lord. That's how you know we're in the last days. This is not some red guy under the ground with some burning hell. That shit is not scriptural. This is not some guy with a pitchfork, you know, poking everybody in the ass with it and torturing people on the ground, you know, talking about some damn hell. No, this is talking about Esau. The man of sin is Esau, the so-called white man, the so-called white race. He's the progenitor of the so-called white race, man. This is Proverbs 29 and 12. It says, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Right? So all the servants that work these jobs in America, they're wicked as hell, and you got Jake that's just going along with it. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 1, also known as the book of Sirach in the 1611 King James Bible. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So these are not prudent people. Trump is not a prudent guy. These judges that's in all these states and all these courtrooms as, you know, so-called judging people on a day-to-day basis, these people are not prudent. You know, they break the law them damn selves. They break the law just even sitting on the bench, you know, and judging the way that they judge. Verse 2, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And these people, again, they're not prudent. And then you got, like I said again, you got Jake standing here. Instead of holding the law down, you're actually, you're agreeing with somebody whooping on one of your people. And then you go on TV and you talking as if it's just something just regular. That's not no, come on, bro. We know for a fact that this wouldn't happen to a so-called white man. Come on. I don't give a fuck what age. From this guy's age all the way up into, 80. But we know that this is happening because we're under the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. This is what's going on. So let's play the rest of this. Let's see.
All right. No, don't. Stop fighting. Put your hands on your back.
Again, who you see right there? Big ass black Jake. He's helping these crackers do his people like that. And the Lord gonna deal with niggas like you, man.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you? I was putting my hands behind my back.
See? Two Jake standing there, but two so-called white man is the one that's got him on the ground banging his head on the concrete. And Jake just standing there and helping these crackers out, man. So the Lord is going to deal a serious blow to you niggas that's on these police forces and in the military and all these different places. The Lord got something special for you guys.
Talking now, man. Ain't no talking. Fucking shit, bro. I was doing it, bro. What's going on, man? You're under arrest. That's what's going on. No, bro. Yes, bro. You have a lawful reason, bro. Big knife center in here, too. You want to go like that, bro? Yeah, I'm going to take it off of you, bro. Yeah. And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro. That's not how it works. Too late. It ain't no too late. When they asked you to step out of the vehicle, you should have done that shit. Sir, your partner didn't even ask. Marijuana in his right pocket. Yes, it is. So why close the door if you see him pull up? Because, man, what you mean? He talking about arresting me and stuff, bro. I didn't do nothing. It's called resisting, idiot. I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. Can you back me up to the car so I can clean up? Shut up.
And there you have it. Hey, you're living in you're captives, man. You have to realize that you're captives. Agree with your adversary quickly, man. Because these people have the power to kill you. Had this not been broad daylight, well, who knows what they would have done to this guy. And you wouldn't even know about this had this guy not even been recording it. Because you can clearly see this officer right here. Where was he at? Let me see. Let me go back. This guy right here.
If you're currently using or planning to use any of these companies, and you can see your car listed here.
Fucking car insurance.
Jake, no one can assume. I operate and we operate off facts and facts alone. I can't make assumption. All I can go by when I read those things is what's stated in the report.
Okay, you going by facts and facts alone. You got them glasses on. You can't see that video. You can't see that one of your officers unlawfully punched that guy in the fucking face, man. And then when you get into the body cam, you see him. They smashing his damn face into the concrete. They broke the man's damn tooth. So you can't see those facts. So they'll put Jake standing there looking at this shit happening. First off, then you got the so-called I'm not sure his rank, but of course they're gonna throw the nigga out there. Yeah, they definitely not gonna throw no so-called white man. They're gonna see you stupid niggas. They push you doofy ass niggas on TV. You know what I'm saying? To basically give the so-called white man's account of things, you know, through your doofy ass when you have to do damage control for these. Let them get on TV. Where the officer at that actually punched this guy? Why isn't he there? Let the media question that guy and ask him, why did he, do what he done? But here you go, you standing here and you know this man's rights have been violated, and you standing here adding up on fucking on the news. And why would Jake have any trust in you guys, man, with this type of shit, man? Anyway.
I'm not saying whether it's true or whether it's not. I'm saying no one sees his hands at that point. He says, put your hands up, then his hands come up. But it was after the strike to the face. Like I said, again, I'm not trying this case in front of the public. I'm trying to give the public the information in context of what happened. No one saw his hands at that point.
Okay, why don't you just straight, flat out saying, this man was assaulted by one of our officers. We have him in handcuffs, and we're going to arrest his ass like how we arrest other citizens because he violated this man's rights. Not only did he violate this man's rights, he assaulted this man. Wouldn't you take anybody else to jail for that? But then they put all in the reports and all in the records and try and write all this shit now. See, just imagine what they was doing to Jake, man, before the video camera was out. Imagine what they was doing before. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of the times these officers, they'll turn off that body cam. That's why when you get pulled over, you got one of those little stands or whatever, you know what I'm saying, where you sit your phone, man, face that bitch towards you and that driver's side window. So when they roll up and get to talking to you, your shit rolling. And you can let them know, hey, look, my videos, I got the camera going. They may say, well, yeah, I got my body cam going as well. The reason why I'm stopping you today, it's a traffic stop, bro. You done all that. You about to cost that city, ain't no telling how many fucking millions of dollars because of that stupid ass shit with this dumb ass cop. And then you stupid ass Jake standing there defending this clown. And I'm willing to bet you he's still on the force. You think they suspended him? Because I know he broke protocol. You know he broke every rule in the handbook. But you got two Edomites wrestling this man down, fucking him up on the ground, while two Jakes is standing there, guarding them doing a fuck up. Yeah, just a bunch of, you're just a bunch of damn house Negroes, man. And the Lord is disgusted with niggas like this, man. You cowardly. You're so cowardly, man. Jake is just crushed to the point of complete cowardness, man. Just through. Shit piss you off, actually, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, we get it because we know the way. But Esau, let me get this quick scripture before I end out because this is what's really happening. That shameful spewing is on Esau ass. First off, matter of fact, I can get that one. I want to get that 2 Thessalonians that I quoted. Let me see here. Yep, Habakkuk 2:2-16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So this cup is being turned on Esau, and shameful spewing is on their glory. Because people seeing this shit now, bro. It's been ongoing with you damn Edomites. You fucking you so-called white people, when really in reality you're red as hell. People are starting to see that you are the wicked of the earth, man. You can't get around it. You're trying to outrun it. Really, you're that fugitive. You're trying to outrun that. You on the run. People starting to identify you. Now you want to try and change up your damn identity. Change your damn hair color and cut your damn beard or mustache and trying to just blend in with the public. But the public is like, nope, that's him right there. Let's get this second Thessalonians 2:3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the day of the Lord's coming can't come until this man is revealed. And he's being revealed on every level. Everybody can see that you're the problem in the earth. Every other race that's here, even though they wicked as hell too, these other heathen, they can see you are the problem with the planet, man. You are fucking up the whole entire planet. You fucking your own people up. Right? Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This guy done came through, man. He done demolished the earth. He done gave everybody white Jesus. White Jesus all over in the Middle East, man. White Jesus is all in China. White Jesus is all in Japan. This man done made the world think that he's the righteous and that some white guy coming from the skies to save everybody after all this destruction that you so-called white people have done, man. But again, I seen the video yesterday and I'm just thinking like, Jake do be on some bullshit. But man, this, this is just Esau being exposed overall. The Lord is exposing Esau, and he'll use certain people and certain interactions to expose this man. Because this guy, had this been a regular, just so-called white man in America, ain't no way they would have done this, done no white kid like that, man. I ain't saying he a kid, but he's a young adult. But they wouldn't have done no so-called in Jacksonville, Florida. Man, them crackers be down there pulling guns on officers and still don't get no charge. They'll tell they really believe because see, these Edomites, they know that this is theirs. You're not gonna treat me like some damn nigga. You treat them niggas like that when you pull them over. God damn it, I want to see it wouldn't even been no call for a supervisor. It wouldn't even got to that point, right? But you got this token ass Negro right here, man. Just it's weird. You motherfuckers is weird, bro.
Don't know what happened from there, but that's part of the investigative process. Yes, ma'am.
So did officers take custody of the cell phone that he was using to record the incident?
Yes. Put it in the property room.
That also was not in the report.
But he got it back with all the information still on it.
So can I get back to the sucker punch?
The young lady back there had a question. We can get back to you in a second, Eric.
So did this incident rise to a level that a response to resistance report was generated?
Yes.
Has that been reviewed?
This new military invention turns men into beasts. It
anyway,
melts belly fat and builds muscle while you literally do nothing
else. We got enough of the video.
So here's the process. When force is used, a response to resistance report is written. It goes to the supervisors. The supervisors then, at that point, review body cam footage. So they would have reviewed this. But you can't see, admittedly, you can't see the strike at all. So it's very difficult. Had they seen that, it probably would have risen to another level to where somebody else would have gone further. Which is why we didn't really know at that time that all this had taken place. I'm a big believer in being honest and upfront. And if something like that happens, I'm going to tell you about it, like everything else that we've done. But it's very important to make sure we get this stuff out here in context so folks can see it. Yes, ma'am.
Sheriff, what are your thoughts?
Okay, well, you see what's going on, man. This nigga is, he's covering for Esau when they should have damn Edomites on the news and questioning the shit out of their asses. So with that,
I know that he turned it off. I know that at some point we stopped it, but we